Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to fold a pocket book out of one sheet of paper. So you're going to need a pair of scissors, a pencil, ruler, and some tape. I would use tape that matches the paper that you're using. I'm using blue because one, that's all I have, but also I want you to be able to see it. So I'm going to be following the directions that I made up here. I'll have those posted online for you. The first thing that we are going to do, step one, is fold the paper in half lengthwise. So you want to make sure that you're taking your time and really lining it up. Step two, crease and open. Step three, fold the paper in half the other way. So we're going to go this way. Step four, crease and open. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the short ends and we're going to fold them in towards that middle crease that we made. So we want to line this up as best we can. Step six is crease and open. Now what we're going to do is along these long edges, we're going to create our pockets. But first what we need to do is we need to use a ruler and a pencil and a ruler to mark where we're going to fold. So I'm going to mark, I have a little ruler, so I'm going to mark 3 marks that are about 2.5 inches in from the edge. That will make a pocket that is 2.5 inches deep. Okay, so now I can connect those lines so that I have a nice edge, a nice line to fold on. And you want to repeat yourself over here. So 2.5, 2.5, I'm in my own way here, and 2.5. Then I'm going to connect those dots. All right. Step 8 is we are going to fold and crease on those lines. So what I like to do is I fold it, I turn it over, and I fold on those lines, on my pencil lines, so I can get a nice crease. Then I flip it back over to the inside and I fold it this way because we do want the inside, our pockets, to be folded towards the inside. So on this black paper, it doesn't really matter, does it? So I'm going to flip it over, fold on my pencil lines, do a nice neat job of creasing. Okay, and this is the outside of my book, so I'm going to flip it and I'm going to refold on that crease so that my pockets are on the inside. All right, so now what we are going to do is we have these ends of the pockets and we want to tape them up so that when we put things in our book, they don't fall out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple pieces of tape, a nice edge on them. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just putting those on the edge of my table. And it's okay if my tape is a little bit longer because than my pocket, because I can always cut it off afterwards. So I'm going to line up the tape so that half of it's on the pocket, and then I'm going to fold it around and see where this is extra. I can just cut that off. The reason I cut 4 pieces of tape is because the pockets are open at this end and at this end. So I need to make sure that I'm closing those. So you just want to repeat where I put half of it, I turn it around, and I snip that little bit extra off. Don't get too close to the pocket when you're snipping because you might snip a hole in your pocket and you don't want that. All right, here we go. Boop. And my last one here, fold it around. So it looks a little ugly with the blue tape, or a little different with the blue tape. I don't know that that's the choice I would make, but at least you can see where it is. All right, so we did step 9. We used tape to tape the 4 open pocket sides shut. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our scissors to cut the middle crease from the bottom all the way up to this last section here. So see where these four folds come together? We're gonna stop right there. So start at the bottom, cut along that crease, and I want you to stop when you get to when they all come together on that last section. So you might notice it looks kind of a bit like a pair of pants. So this is like the part where your pockets would be, and these are your 2 legs, all right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the pair of pants so that the legs are facing away from us, kind of like we're gonna put them on, right? And that is step 11. Step 12 is to fold the book in half. So I'm folding the book in the half. Right at the top, you can see the legs are still kind of free. So I folded it. Let me do that one more time so you can see. Here's my legs, woo, and then it comes up and folds like this. This is the part I did not cut. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take and I'm gonna fold those legs up, back and forth like an accordion. Now I'm gonna fold this leg up, back and forth like an accordion. Oops, I got a little piece of tape here left over. And now I have my book, and this part here where the folds are, that's going to be my binding, and this part here where all the taped parts are, that's going to be the open part of my book. So you can use a hole punch to punch a couple of holes in here, and use a ring or a rubber band and a pencil or something like that to bind this. We are going to use the Japanese stab binding, so that will be in another video.